Hello, I am Kaini. Today we are going to discuss about differentiation of a function. This is an actually introduction to this chapter. This will be very simple version of that, which can be used for a student who wants to start this chapter, mainly for a student who are doing maths under IGCSE examination. They need to know all about this. Okay, what mean by differentiation? Now let us start with the gradient of a line. What's the gradient of a line? Gradient of a line. We know that the equation y equal to, for example, 2x plus 1 is the equation of a line. Now, what's the gradient of this line? Perhaps you know that this number 2 is the gradient. What is the meaning of that? The meaning is that, let us see, if suppose this is the value of x and this is the value of y, when x is equal to 1, therefore 2 times of 1 will be 2 plus 1 will be 3, therefore y value is 3. If I put x equal to 2, I'm getting 2 times 2 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. You can see that if x increases by 1, y increases by 2. Therefore, 1 became 2, but 3 became 5. Therefore, that is increased by 2. Whenever x increases 1 unit, y will increase 2 units. So that we say the gradient of this line is 2. That doesn't matter what value you are giving. Suppose you are giving 100. If you are giving 100, 2 times 100 will be 200, plus 1 will be 201. But if you are giving 101, therefore the y value will be actually what? 2 times of 101 plus 1, which is 202 plus 1, which is 203. 203. You can see again from here I have increased x by 1, but y has been increased by 2 units. That is called gradient of a line. On the graph, you can see it is like this. If you sketch the graph of this, you are having something like this. Sorry. That means whenever you are going 1 unit ahead, y goes 2 units ahead. 1 unit ahead, y goes 2 units ahead. That is why the definition of the gradient of a line is, the formula is what? For the line, the gradient, if you denote by m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Remember that it is difference of y divided by difference of x. So this is the gradient of a line. Now let us check for a curve. Let us write a simple curve and see whether the curve follows the same thing or not. Suppose I have y equal to x squared. Okay, now if I give value of x and y, suppose I'm giving 1 here, the y will be 1, because 1 squared is 1. If I put 2 here, y squared is 2 squared is 4. Therefore, whenever I'm adding 1 here, has been added 3, sorry. Therefore, difference here is 3, but here is 1. Now let me put 3 and see what I'm going to get. If I put 3 here, y will be 9. Therefore, difference here is 3, but here is 5. You can see that this is not a constant number. Therefore, gradient of this curve is not a constant number. Since you know the graph of this curve, you know that the graph is something like this. You can see that if you are going 1 unit ahead here, you are going only this much above. But if you are going 1 unit ahead here, this will be much more than this. So that the gradient is not a constant number. Now we are going to calculate that gradient and find. Let's see. Now we understood that gradient of this function is not a constant number. Now let's see how we can do that. Okay. Now, gradient of a curve. Now, for example, let y equal to x squared be a curve, and let us find the gradient of this. We know that the gradient of this curve at different points are different number. Now, let's see. Suppose we are having a point on this curve which is, suppose the x value is equal to a, so y value will be equal to a squared. And let us choose another x value which is a plus h, then y value will be a plus h squared. Now, let us follow same formula and see what we are going to get. This minus this divided by this minus this. Therefore, this is a plus h squared minus a squared divided by a plus h minus a. So this cancels this. Expand this, you are going to get a squared plus 2ah plus h squared minus a squared divided by h. Cancel these two. Now you can factorize h from numerator. You are going to get 2a plus h divided by h. This cancels this. You are going to get 2a plus h. Now let's see what can we do now. Now look at this. I had a curve like this. I choose a point A here and a point which is in the neighboring of that point, which we call it x value is h. Therefore here is a plus h. And then y value calculated, it was a plus h square. This is my point, and this one is a square. We calculate this also actually here. We subtracted that. We got 2ah plus h squared. Then I divided these two, and I got actually gradient of this line. You can see that is the gradient of this line. I got gradient of this line. Okay, now if I try to reduce the value of h, therefore if I reduce the value of h, this will be the gradient. Suppose I will bring the h here, therefore as I reduce the value of h, this line will be closer to the curve. Therefore, if h goes to 0, this line will be something like this, which is a tangent line to the curve. The tangent line to the curve. Now, lim of, we call it limit of h goes to 0, 2a plus h is equal to 2a. Therefore, gradient of this function at any point is 2 times a. That means gradient of this function, for example, at x equal to 1, that means a will be 1, is 2. But at x equal to 2 will be 4. The gradient is 4. Therefore, gradient of the function for different values of x is different. Now we can see to calculate gradient of a curve is really troublesome, but it is not like that, because there are formulas. You don't need to go through all these things. I just told this for your understanding, but there are simple method to do that. Let us see what is the simple method. Now I will start. Now we wrote that, do you remember, I wrote m equal to, I write this y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This is the gradient. Therefore we know, we denote the notation of the differentiation with a change of y, difference of y divided by difference of x. Therefore, if y is equal to, the first formula I will tell you is y equal to x to power of n dy by dx. That means difference of y divided by difference of x is equal to n times x to power of n minus 1. Therefore, this is derivative of this function. Okay. For example, we did y equal to x squared, dy by dx will be equal to, now first bring this 2 down here, x to power of 2 minus 1. Therefore, this is 2x. Therefore, derivative of the function x to power of 2 is 2x. That means at x equal to a will be 2a, at x equal to 1 will be 2, at x equal to 2 will be 4. Therefore, this is derivative of this function. Now, therefore, this is my first formula. Another example, suppose we have y equal to x to power of 10. What is dy by dx? Dy by dx is equal to 10 comes down here. Therefore, it will be 10 x to power of 10 minus 1. Therefore, 10 x to power of 9. Therefore, this is derivative of this function. Now, remember, if there is a constant before that, we have to write the constant. Therefore, just number comes and multiply. That means if you have y equal to, suppose 5x to power of 3, then dy by dx is equal to 5 times 3x to power of 3 minus 1, which is 2. Therefore, this is 15x squared. This is the derivative of this function. Now, I give another example. Suppose you have y equal to 3x to power of 4. Therefore, dy by dx 4 times 3, therefore 4 x to power of 4 minus 1, which is 3. Therefore, the answer is 12 x to power of 3. So this is derivative of function. Second formula which I want you to remember is that if y is equal to a constant number, therefore c, where c is constant, where c is constant. Now, in that case, dy by dx is equal to 0 because there is no change in y, there is only change in x. Therefore, this value will be 0. Therefore, whenever you have a constant number, dy by dx is 0. That means if you have y equal to 5, what is dy by dx? Dy by dx is equal to 0. So, very simple to calculate. Whenever it is constant number, the answer is 0. The only thing is that the linearity of this operation. What I mean by that? That means if you have sum or subtraction of few functions, you have to do it one by one. That means suppose you have y equal to x to power of 3 plus x to power of 2. Then dy by dx is, just do it one by one, 3x squared plus 2x. If there was a 5 here, plus 0, which you don't need to write actually. Therefore, this is derivative of this function. Okay, I will give another example which is usually students get confused with that. Suppose I have y equal to x. What is dy by dx? Okay. First of all, remember when there is no power, we mean the power is equal to 1. Therefore, this is actually 1 here, which we are not writing. Therefore, 1 comes down, then x to power of 1 minus 1. Therefore, this is 1, x to power of 0. X to power of 0, any number to power of 0 is 1. Therefore, this is 1 times 1, which the answer is 1. So, remember, when there is x only, when you are differentiating that, you have to reduce 1 from the power, so there won't be any x after that. Now, for example, I will give another example now. Suppose I have y equal to x to the power of 3 minus 4x squared plus 7x minus 4. Now this is the a function which has got 4 different terms. I want to find dy by dx. Remember that I can do this term by term. Therefore, forget about everything else. Just concentrate on x to the power of 3, x cubed. Now, power is 3. Therefore, power comes down. Reduce 1 from the power, x squared. Minus. Now, this 2 comes down. Multiply by 4 will be 8. X to the power of 1, which we are not writing actually. And then 7. Here. The power is 1 here, 1 comes down and multiply by 7, and then x to the power of 0, therefore there is no x at all. And you are getting constant number here, differentiation of the constant number also is 0, therefore no need to write anything. Therefore this is the derivative of this function. Okay, there is a lot of more on differentiation, but for your syllabus, this is the most difficult cases you are going to face with. There won't be any further formulas for differentiation. But now you need to do some application of these formulas. What is the use of this? Now let me discuss about application of this. Look at this curve here. Now, we can see that this function is increasing. That means whenever x increases, y also increases. Therefore, change of y divided by change of x should be a positive number. Therefore, from here it goes, therefore dy by dx is more than 0 here. But look at this part, whenever x increases, the y decreases. Therefore, difference of y is negative, but difference of x is positive. Therefore, dy by dx is negative. And here, again, you can see that as x increases, y increases. Therefore, dy by dx is positive. Okay, look at your curve. This curve goes up, comes down, and goes up. Therefore, dy by dx is positive, dy by dx is negative, dy by dx is positive. What will happen at this point? And what will happen at this point? Now, always I give an example of a marble. If you put a marble here, it rolls and comes down here. If you put it here, again, same thing happens. But if you put it here, it doesn't move. That means, that's why we call this a stationary point. Why it is a stationary point? Because there is no gradient. Gradient is 0. Therefore, at this point, dy by dx is 0. Same thing happens here. If you put it somewhere here, it falls this way. If you put it somewhere here, it falls this way. That means, but if you put it exactly on the top, therefore it doesn't move. That means here also dy by dx is 0. Therefore, at these 2 points, dy by dx is 0. These 2 points where dy by dx is 0, we call it a stationary point. Therefore, dy by dx equal to 0, it gives you a stationary points. So, now, let us see, I give you an example. Find stationary points of the curve y equal to x to the power of 3 minus 3x squared plus 2. I want to find a stationary of this curve. Now, first of all, I know that a stationary point means the gradient of the curve is equal to 0. That means dy by dx, I need to find dy by dx and put it equal to 0. So dy by dx, look at this. Therefore 3 comes down here, therefore will be 3x squared minus this 2 comes here, will be 6x to power of 1, and this is constant, therefore it will be 0. Now since you want to find a stationary point, means dy by dx is equal to 0. That means 3x squared minus 6x should be 0. We can factorize 3x. We are going to get x minus 2 here is equal to 0. Therefore either x is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equal to 0, so x is equal to 2. Therefore you got x equal to 0 and x equal to 2. Okay, since we want stationary points consist of 2 coordinates. Therefore when you are finding x coordinate, you need to find y coordinates also. That's very important. Don't forget that. Therefore you know x equal to 0. Therefore at x equal to 0, y will be equal to, for sure, 0, 0 plus 2. Therefore the answer is 2. Therefore 1 point is this. At x equal to 2, y is how much? Y is equal to 2 to power of 3 minus 3 times of 2 to power of 2 plus 2. This is 8. This is minus 12 plus 2. So it is negative 2. Okay, therefore there are two stationary points. One of them is x2, y equal to negative 2, another one x0, y equal to 2. Therefore there are 2 points, 0 and 2 and 2 and negative 2. These are stationary points of this curve. They may ask you what is the nature of these points. Therefore that means when you are seeing a stationary point, you know that this is a stationary point and this is a stationary point. But this we call a maximum stationary point, and this one is the minimum stationary point. Now how to find this one is a maximum stationary point or this one is the maximum stationary point? Okay, there are different methods. One of the methods is using second derivative of the function. What we mean by that? That means already you have differentiated this, now differentiate once more. Therefore that notation, you may find it a bit strange, but it is not. Therefore this is actually the notation is this. Now let me see. Second derivative, we call it second derivative. That means you are differentiating the first derivative once more. The notation is d squared y divided by dx squared. Okay, therefore now differentiate this again, therefore this 2 comes down here, will be 6x, and since this is 6x, 1 is here, 1 multiplied by 6, therefore 1 you reduce from the power, x will be to power of 0, therefore no x anymore, therefore minus 6. Now you know that. Now this is like this is the second derivative. Now at x equal to 0, d squared y by dx squared is equal to 6 times 0 minus 6 is minus 6. The value of that doesn't matter for us, it is negative. Therefore the important thing is negative. Whenever it is negative, means it is concave down, that means it's like that. Therefore the point 0, 2 is maximum. Now let us, okay, now I'm going to do some question for you. This is an example. Now let's see, is asking us find a point on the curve so and so with the gradient 3. Therefore gradient has been given to us. They are asking what's the point. Now what we have to do, first we have to find dy by dx, that means the gradient dy by dx, the derivative of the function, okay, is equal to, we know that 2 has to come down, 2 reduce 1 from the power will be x. This is minus 5 because the power is 1. 1 times 5 is minus 5. X to the power of 0, which will be 1. Derivative of any constant will be 0. Therefore, this is the derivative of this function. Therefore, gradient of every point is dy by dx. Gradient has been given to us. Therefore, dy by dx is equal to 3. So, this is my dy by dx. Therefore, 3 will be equal to 2x minus 5. Now, it is a linear equation which we can easily solve. 5, bring the 5 the other side. Therefore, this will be 3 plus 5 is equal to 2x. Therefore, this is 8 equal to 2x. Divide both sides by 2. Therefore, you are going to get x equal to 8 over 2. So, x is 4. Okay. Now, we want a point. Point means x and y. Therefore, for any point, you have 2 coordinates. So, x is 4. Now, you need to find y. Where to find y? That is very clear. You want y. Therefore, you have to substitute here to get the value of y. Don't substitute this value here. If you are substituting here, you are going to get 3 because we know that this is dy by dx equal to 3. Therefore, no need that. You have to substitute this inside this function here. Now, y therefore will be equal to 4 squared minus 5 times 4 plus 4, which is 16 minus 20 plus 4, which is 0. Therefore, the point is 4, 0. At this point, that means actually x-intercept, the point which this function passes through x-axis. At that point, gradient of the curve is equal to 3. Okay, now I will write another example for you and I will do it. Okay, I have written 2 more examples here. Now let us do these 2. See, this one says that what are the points on the curve so and so with the gradient negative 2. Therefore, again here the gradient has been given to us. They are asking us to find the points on this curve which has got this gradient. Okay, now to find the gradient, you know that what you have to do, you have to find dy by dx. Finding dy by dx, you know this 3 comes down, will be 3x squared. 2 times 6 is negative 12x, and this will be plus 7. Okay, negative 3 will be 0. Now, the gradient is negative 2, therefore this dy by dx is negative 2. Therefore, negative 2 is equal to 3x squared minus 12x plus 7. Now, you can take this side of the equation. You are going to get 3x squared minus 12x plus 7 plus 2 equal to 0. This side will be 0. I have written only this way. This is 7 plus 2 is 9. Therefore, 3x squared minus 12x plus 9 is equal to 0. You can see that all of these numbers can be divided by 3. Therefore, if you divide them by 3, you are going to get, divide by 3, you are going to get x to the power of 2 minus 4x plus 9 plus 3 equal to 0. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Now, this is a quadratic equation. This also was a quadratic equation. You can solve this any way you want. This is not necessary to divide by 3. Yeah, divide by 3. You are getting this. Now, my point is that this step is not necessary. You can just continue with this and use the formula. But the numbers are simpler. Now, you can solve this quadratic equation by any means you know. One of them is factorization. You know that x is here, and since this is negative, this is positive and this is negative, both should be negative. Then multiplication is 3 and sum is 4, therefore is 1 and 3. This multiplied by this is positive 3, this plus this is negative 4. Or you can use the formula or whatever method you know. Therefore now either this is equal to 0 or this one is equal to 0, therefore x minus 1 equal to 0 or x minus 3 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 1, then x is equal to 3. Therefore you are getting 2 points. This was asking points. Therefore we are getting 1 point here, 1 point here. Then x is equal to 1. As I explained before, you need to find the value of y. Therefore y will be equal to 1 to power of 3 minus 6 times of 1 square plus 7 times of 1 minus 3. Therefore this is y equal to 1 minus 6 plus 7 minus 3. Therefore this is actually minus 5 plus 2 minus 1. So it's negative 1. Therefore 1 point is 1 and negative 1. To find the other point, we know that x is equal to 3. Okay, x is equal to 3. To find y will be equal to, okay, substitute here, substitute it here. Therefore you are getting 3 to power of 3 minus 6, 3 to power of 2, and plus 7 times 3 minus 3. You can put it in calculator and get the answer. This is 9. Oh, sorry, this is 27. This is 27. This is minus 54. And this is 21. And this is minus 3. You are getting 48. 48. Negative 6, negative 9. Therefore negative 9. Therefore the point is 3 and negative 9. Therefore there are 2 points. One is this point 1 and negative 1. The other one is 3 and negative 9. Okay. Now the other question is asking us to find the derivative of the function so and so at the point 1, 2. Now you can see that actually this 2 is not necessary to be given to us, because if you know x is equal to 1, you can substitute here and get y is equal to 2, but they have given, and it is not actually necessary. We don't need this extra information the question has given to us. Now you want to find derivative, therefore you need to find dy by dx. Then they have given the x value. You should know that this x value, then you have to substitute x value in that and get dy by dx. I have given these two questions together for you to compare and understand what is the problem, what you have to do. The issue here is that x has been given to us, they want dy by dx. Or the point has given to us, we want to find dy by dx. But this side, they have given to us dy by dx, they want to find the point. Therefore, we have got the point. Now, this is the other way around. This one is very simple actually. Easily you can do it. Just, first of all, you find dy by dx. Dy by dx is 6x to power of 2 minus 10x plus 7. Now, you want to find the value of dy by dx at this point. At this point means x is 1, y is 2. I don't need this value of y, I need only value of x to substitute here. Therefore, x equal to 1 at x equal to 1, dy by dx is equal to 6 times 1 squared minus 10 times of 1 plus 7, which is 6 minus 10 plus 7, which is equal to 3. Therefore, at point 1, 2, dy by dx is 3. If you want me to solve any question for you, put them in the comment section below, and I can go through that, and then I will solve it for you and put it in our channel. Thank you for watching.